Okay.
What happened? Took out the card and put it back in?
Yeah, it wasn't recording.
Is it recording now?
I want to bring up annexation. This is the reason that we're all out. Annexation is going to leave us with 10% of Palestine. 10%.
It's the top 10%.
And that is of the total historic Palestine.
It's the top 10%.
1948.
Top tax bracket.
For everyone who is unaware, we are currently living on 22% of Palestine, known as the West Bank, the Gaza Strip, and East Jerusalem. So while the annexation of the West Bank is still lingering and we're hearing talks about that, I'm going to be honest, because annexation has been an ongoing process that we've been dealing with from the Zionist state since 1948. So whether it's these settlers who are going into our villages, establishing settlements, people's homes being demolished, Zionists pushing out Palestinians to make conditions so unbearable for them that they are forced to move, annexation has been ongoing since the Nakba. And this is just the latest form of annexation that we're seeing. So the reality is, whether you're a Palestinian living in Ramallah, Rafah,
what do you call it? It doesn't show the time,
Lebanon,
the running timer.
Safed,
It says
Haifa,
record
Jordan,
at the top, though.
United States, your existence is a challenge to the
Oh, it's in Spanish?
the Zionist state. Your family's history,
Don't worry about it.
your language, our
Shame we didn't get
culture
that earlier.
are all representatives
Yeah.
of Palestinian struggle and challenges to the Zionist state.
Is the audio okay?
So with that in mind,
It's never like
we must
amazing.
capitalize
At
on
this,
our
at this
strengths.
distance?
We must challenge
think
Zionism, not just in Palestine, not just in Cleveland, not even just in the United States, but all around the world. Wherever Zionism touches. So if you are a Palestinian, I invite you to plug into organizations that are doing Palestinian liberation work. The Palestinian Youth Movement, which I'm a part of, is a Palestinian-led organization welcoming of all Palestinians, regardless of ideology, who are focused on Palestinian liberation. So whether you're into solidarity work, and that could be on your campus, Students for Justice in Palestine, a JVP, or any of these other solidarity networks, you can plug yourself in and you can be involved. We must be proactive and continue our message and our voice for Palestinian liberation and Palestinian rights. So, whether it's in the whether it's the 2020 has been a long year for all of us. Not just in Palestine, but our allies as well in the United States. We must continue to build strong foundations and help each other grow in our progressive movement. We must continue to struggle against the system that oppresses all of us. Our oppression is all linked because we understand that the source of this oppression is
You know who's
the
missing?
Whether it's our oppression
Downtown
in
Alliance
Palestine,
people.
whether
You know
it's
oh no, there's some.
the creation of the border wall in Mexico,
You know who else
or
is
whether
missing?
it's the IDF training our own
Cleveland
soldiers
police.
here in brutal tactics.
Not that I'm.
Well, there's the downtown there.
So while we understand that our oppression is linked, so is our collective liberation. And we must jointly struggle together to achieve this. Thank you. Woo! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Come on, guys. We at least have to be on beat. Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! So our next speaker is a representative from JVP. Her name is Veronica, and I'm going to have her come speak right now.
Hi everyone, like you said, my name is Veronica. I'm part of the Jewish Voices for Peace Cleveland. So I'm here speaking today
No,
because I
J-
want to be clear with some
JVP. Jewish Voices for Peace. Meanwhile, none of them are Jewish.
Really? Voices for Palestinians?
For peace.
Should we check it out?
No. This organization has been fraudulent about who's Jewish, who's not for a long time.
They've used this accusation to silence Palestinians and others who are critical of Israel. The longer we allow them to do this, the more meaningless this claim of anti-Semitism becomes. And as this goes on, legitimate accusations of anti-Semitism go ignored. Zionists want to make Judaism and Zionism synonymous, but if we allow
wearing a
this to
hospital
happen,
gown?
the perception of Judaism becomes that which is the
I think so.
violence and ethnic cleansing. The Zionist project is detrimental
See how
to
it
the
splits
Jewish
up the
community.
back?
Yeah.
Also,
Has to be.
Zionism means fighting racism.
And he's got the bands to prove it too.
People in the audience, please vote. Is that a hospital gown or not?
But even more so, Israelis have exclusively excluded black and brown Jews from living in Israel or have treated them as second-class citizens. Through this, Zionism does more than erase Palestinian lives in history. It also erases Jewish lives in history. It raises white Jewish voices and excludes people of color. Zionists ignore Jewish diversity in order to
Excludes
push a
people of
false
color.
story they have created. They're refusing to look at the human cost.
I'm a Jew of color.
Our fight is a solidarity.
My mom's from Iraq.
I know, there's like bazillion Jews from all over the planet in Israel. They're all kinds of colors.
All oppressed people. Jewish liberation is tied to Palestinian liberation, and Jews will not be free until Zionism is destroyed and Palestinians are free. Thank you.
Is she really Jewish? I've never seen her Jewish kids.
From the river to the sea.
Louder!
We're going to start off from the river.
No,
The
no.
river to the sea.
Zima.
Israel will be free!
Palestine will be free.
Israel will be free!
Palestine will be free.
Israel will be free!
No, don't engage him. Don't engage him.
Palestine is going to come up right now. Thank you. Please welcome her.
Can you imagine?
Sad to hear a Jew
I don't think
speaking
it's
the way
like
she
that.
was speaking.
Jewish
that's
Voices
it.
for
Of course
no,
it.
no. Jewish Voices for Peace is like directly Jews and Jewish Voices for Peace.
No,
That organization in particular. Now, J Street may be different, but
I
Jewish
know.
Voices.
Use the
mic!
No, no.
Can't hear
I know
you.
too, but Jewish Voices for Peace in particular has been caught many a times lying about the Jewish community. In fact, routinely, even federations that include J Street, they exclude Jewish Voices for Peace because there's nothing Jewish about them. Not a member, not a nothing. Yeah, Jewish Voices for Peace in particular is like out there.
it doesn't work well for her.
No, but see that guy in the kippah? He is Jewish, and he is that guy that I was talking about. He is genuine J Street. Now, so there's one Jew
In the
that.
fight for Judaism, we must not allow people like this represent Judaism. Can you imagine the backlash, the outrage, and anyone in an official position said anything remotely similar regarding the tragedy occurring in Israel? It's easy for Israeli leaders to speak so and not face any consequences because Arabs are constantly dehumanized in the media. As charismatic as Shabazz says, the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make innocent guilty and to make the guilty innocent. And that's cowards, because they control the minds of the masses. So we must continue to struggle against this and let our voices be heard. Even before the mainstream media perpetuated the dehumanization of Arabs and the erasure of Palestinians, Arabs were only dehumanized by the West. Orientalists
He doesn't
probe
know.
and views on Arabs
Oh wait, how does he do?
for Brits to give Palestine over to the Zionist World Committee. Zionist World Committee comprised of Europeans and Americans. They dress white, smell white, and act white. So of course they know what to do with the brown people plan. The Palestinians are just savages, right? I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Balfour Declaration is just a bunch of white people deciding what to do with the land that's brown people. Does that sound familiar? You hear this rhetoric used against indigenous people the world over. We've also heard it used against people of color the world over, and more specifically, the predominantly black community here in the United States. These systems of oppression are not new. They just wear different faces, and they are all connected.
So
I am a
you want to
child
take over,
of
but I'm
people.
not exactly a
And
tripod.
so I have a very intimate view of
Still.
I've seen us tear gassed by the idea, as I like to call, Israeli oppression forces in Palestine, and by the police here
На самом деле я слышно ее. И когда они поддакивают, ты поддакиваешь, кажется, что сейчас. А давай
These systems work together and are insidious in their approach. And it's up to us to stand up against them. It's up to us to empower us. We don't need Drake with his few mumbled Arabic words. We took the deaf gunner course on Arabic. We don't need Seth Rogen saying in half-hearted condemnation of the Holocaust. We could even call Palestinians by name. Couldn't even call Palestinians by name. So let's not heap praise and fawn over these people. Let's hold our true allies close. The Mark Lamar Hills who risked their careers, the Angela Davises who hold strong and true.
You like this, huh?
Давай я твой флаг возьмем,
Most
фотографирую.
importantly, let's continue to uplift and amplify Palestinian voices. The Palestinian struggle to be Palestinian. I'm going to end really quickly with a poem I wrote about my experience in Eastern, a city known as Vincent. There used to be a checkpoint before the apartheid wall was up.
Я не знаю как. Oh, figure it out.
Not good. The woman said in Arabic as she passed the verse of the taxi. Seconds later,
You're blocking.
gunfire rings out. Not good. Not good. Not good! Echoes in my head. My heart fills with heat that tries to escape through gulping breath. Not good. Not good. Not good! Like a mantra that rings in my brain. Words swirl before my eyes as my vision blurs. Not good. Not good. Not good! Words smother me like the tear gas filling the cab, burning me with cruel intent. My driver trying to escape, and we are safe. But to this day, I still hear that whisper. Not good. Not good. Not good.
Yeah! Snap your fingers, everyone. Poetry time.
Occupation is a crime. Occupation is a crime. From Cleveland.
Just got tired of hearing it.
Yeah, you want to take a...
Occupation is a crime. Occupation is a crime. From Cleveland to Palestine. From Cleveland to Palestine. All right, our next speaker is the man with the mic himself. Sir Don, please come up. He represents Cleveland Peace Action.
Hello, thank you. It works for me, but it's working now. I have one statement that Cleveland Peace Action recently wrote. Cleveland Peace Action's been around for 50 years around. We started out as
So you think coronavirus is caught in that microphone?
75th anniversary of the U.S. use of the atomic
and the megaphone.
terrorist bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, as you know. So, I can say this, Cleveland Peace Action condemns without reservation the plan announced by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to annex up to one-third the West Bank to become part of the Israeli state. This land that Israel would seize is the fertile Jordan Valley, River Valley, which produces about 60% of Palestine's agricultural food supply. This is because crops grown in the Jordan Valley have ready access to water. Thus, many fruits and vegetables are grown in the valley throughout the year. The goal of this annexation plan is the displacement and ethnic cleansing of indigenous Palestinian farmers in favor of more and more colonies, illegal settlements of Israeli settlers. The end result of the brutal policy of annexation will be the further impoverishment and oppression of the Palestinian Arab population in the West Bank. Without a genuine political voice, these people will be forced to live on an ever-shrinking scrap of land without either political rights or economic self-sufficiency. Stop the annexation! Stop the annexation! Stop it now! Stop it now!
Get a better chance.
The Israeli government is doing a better job of stopping sovereignty itself.
Hey, more spirit. Come on, is this a bake sale or a dig of rage?
Don't be insulting bake sales, okay?
Bake sales.
Bake sales are a lot more loud.
Free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Our next speaker is from Black Spring, Cleveland. His name is Warrior Poet.
Spring,
And he's going to come up here. So please welcome him.
Is that opposed to the white ball?
I want to know where these farmers are farming. In the swamplands, in the desert, like what?
Thank you all for coming out here.
Like we created some farmlands. Now they're saying, well, people farmland.
There's a problem.
Oh, there is?
Never happen again. There are a lot of reasons why we are here. The intersectionality of those reasons is what is under us all here today. Palestine should be free. Palestine should be a place of joy, of freedom, for children grow into adults and understand what that means. Palestine should not be a place of terror. Palestine should not be a place of fear. Palestine should not be a place of desperation. Palestine should not be a place of impoverishment. It is these things that we see within our own society. And perhaps stand in solidarity with all and all oppressed people and all the wrong, because wherever there is injustice for one, there will be justice for all. Yes! See, here we have first world problems. We have first world problems. See, when we throw water bottles, they tear gas us. When they throw rocks, they shoot them with live ammunition. See, here we have the problem of Flint, where there's battlefield water. In Palestine, there is no water.
See, there is no water. There is no water.
The connection
Not at all.
between the
They're miraculously surviving year in and year out and no water.
worldwide is detrimental to every person of color on the planet.
No, but I just kind of want to know, how is it that they're surviving year in and year out without water?
But not only this, it is detrimental to white people too. As our Jewish friend, I'm sorry I'm touching that word, so eloquently said, it is the entanglement of the Jewish faith and the Jewish people within the Israeli state policy that renders them helpless in serving justice for people who they love and who they care about. It is the same entanglement of white people in America that disenables them from serving justice
Of course.
for black lot of great plans and petitions, and they are organizing. And shout out to all of them behind the scenes doing all of this work. But today is not about that. Today is about the land that seeks to our bones, that strengthens us for the fight ahead. And it will be a fight. Because nothing is ever given up when you're talking about power. It is taken.
Not enough rage. A little more rage.
Free Palestine!
Hey, listen. So
Free Palestine!
you can't forget what he was saying is when he sees condos go up, as far as gentrification here, he sees Palestine. He sees people invading the neighborhood. I captured it. It's kind of bad audio probably, but you have to probably enough with the sound a bit. But boy,
If someone's message really resonates
Audio
with
on
you,
that is not great.
please go up, talk to them, ask them how you can be involved in their work, how you can support them. Try to get involved in everything. Everything. As you just heard, there are so many intersectionalities with Palestine, with the prison industrial complex, with Latino rights, with everything, okay? You can be involved however you want, as long as we are pushing forward. So I just want to say that on Saturday, September 5th, thank you. On Saturday, September 5th, there's going to be a united nationwide mass protest by Refuse Fascism. You can find them over there. Trump turns out now.
is that the orange one?
Please talk to them if you want to find out how you can be involved with that.
Maybe the guy
We are now going to make exclusions around this park. One, for the protest that we had last month, and two, to build on that. Today, this is our second day of rain. Okay. We need to continue our momentum. We need to continue to apply pressure onto the suppressive system. Okay. So please listen to the people leading. We don't want anything bad to happen to anyone here. Please do not engage with the counter-protesters again. Let's get this on the road. Awesome.
That's it.
If you want to sign up, please come to this table over here. We have a sign-up sheet. We have an infograph. We have information on the Palestinian youth movement. If you want to be involved, please come over here, sign up, so you can be more involved moving forward. Thank you. Hey. Woo.
Should I keep taping?
I don't know.
We're going to follow the banner right here. We're going to come around.
Okay.
Huh?
Looks like they're gonna go for a walk. Should we follow them?
No. Don't engage. They'll walk
No, we're not
around.
going.
They'll walk around the circle, the square.
Do we have a sign-up sheet too?
Сейчас.
We want to volunteer.
No, hang on. Don't engage. Они сейчас пройдут по кругу по площади. Сейчас посмотрим, если кто-то из них побежит на нас.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine!
Nah, just you. Haley helped, but it's not mainly you.
There is only one solution! There is only one solution! There is only one solution! There is only one solution!
There's only one solution. It sounds kind of like Hitler. Oh yeah. There's only one solution. Also only one solution.
No, you have to ask is that a
I
fire?
don't see a single policeman. Oh, there is one.
Okay.
There's so
Yeah.
one policeman.
Yeah.
I'm not worried. We're not doing anything wrong. We're not going to.
All right. Zalman,
We will be.
say it on the camera.
Yeah, I think fighting this type of demonstration with the same liberal values will not work. At the end of the day, what we all Jews need to is just to win.
Okay.
Whatever way we can win. You know, some people fight for us, like Israeli army, or some people who defend their houses, or Americans who basically defend their own houses and freedom. So we need to fight them, you know, intellectually, you know, all the way possible. You cannot convince them otherwise. You know, it's private, my opinion. As Israeli and American, I can express my opinion.
Okay, very
Thank
good.
you for.
It's difficult to fight something where you're saying free Palestine makes people think Palestine isn't free. It's been free. It's had opportunities to be at their own state for years. I mean, years.
So,
Countless opportunities.
what about all those organizations that had the word Palestinian in them for the first half of the 20th century and then some? Every one of those organizations with the word Palestinian was Jewish. So, some people's take is free Palestine. Free what? Free Jewish Palestine?
That's the problem. It's difficult to fight.
So we came here today to see this spectacle,
Bake sale.
and yeah.
And didn't get any pastries.
We didn't get any raids, we didn't get any real theatrics like they promised. It's been basically a dud. You can see them marching over the bend over there with their cute flags. But they don't have one flag that's pretty important. We made sure, as Americans, as Jews, that we'd have this along with my friend, his Israeli flag. And this is exactly the attitude that has gotten them losing for so many years. All they do, they hold the rifle up and they say, don't drop the olive branch because I have a rifle in the other hand. That's Palestinian negotiation. And don't forget that attitude. That's the way that they relate to everyone else.
I got one question. If this rage is pretty anticlimactic and kind of like bake sale, how come we didn't get any pastries out of it?
Maybe they thought we were gluten-free and they were generous enough, you know, they were considerate enough to not share with us. Maybe they're discriminating against
No,
us
that's
here.
incorrect. Bakery products are racist. See?
Exactly.
See, now you
like
know.
in Oberlin. Exactly. Every single time they've had an opportunity to negotiate, they don't want to talk about what they're going to give up. All they want to do is take. Palestinian people are a nation of takers. They're not a nation of negotiators. So they want everything, it's all or nothing, and then they get surprised when their negotiations fail and people walk away from the table. And they get surprised when people don't believe their bullshit that they've been peddling for so many years about how they're so miserable when their leaders have hundreds of millions of dollars that they purloin from the UN, from the UNRWA. They're surprised and they want more sympathy because there's an endless well of sympathy and they think that that sympathy can grow money. That's what this is about.
All right. So, go ahead.
So, I certainly disagree with you on one point, because the Palestinian nation, it's a question of whether or not it's indeed a nation. The entire movement, in as much as it exists, that's anti-Israeli, at least on the ground, is jihadist in nature. It's religious conflict. So, in as much as mosque leaders and other people around the planet that support it, there's not really going to be a peaceful compromise with some of them. But one thing we noticed that today at this so-called bake sale, the majority of the people are just die-hard communists, leftists, socialists, Labor Party, Democratic Party fringe elements. There's not too much of that jihadist element that's on the ground. So we have some disagreement amongst us pro-Israeli supporters, whether or not you engage or educate or even discuss things with people like that. When you have people so extreme, sure, if there's nothing else to do, go ahead and engage and discuss, see if we can find common ground. But as far as I see it, there are limited hours in the day and in the week. There's plenty of education that we need to do amongst the Jewish people, among people who went on birthright trips. We have a lot of work to do.
And among the general public.
And there's so little time, and there's very little reason to talk to the communists. And some of these people are communists. It's almost as if the Soviet Union and Venezuela didn't happen. So
some of them are from parties that are affiliated with Venezuela.
yeah. So there's a little bit of disagreement among us, the Zionists, about what to do and how to spend our time, but it's all constructive.
Right. Some of us are not.
I think it's a Zionist conspiracy that we got good weather.
It could be. You Zionists have wrangled in a libertarian here.
That's right.
You tricked me.
Conspiracy.
Yeah. So we're about to leave this demonstration, the Day of Rage, on behalf of Palestine, over a public square in Cleveland. You can notice this banner that's in the front is from the Party for Socialism and Liberation, which is a Venezuelan-backed organization. You can't see it so well because obviously they're facing away from us, but the bottom of this is with that. So this is largely, yes, there are Palestinians here at this demonstration. Obviously there's a large Palestinian population here in Ohio, and they're a very productive community. A lot of them have small businesses here, especially cell phone stores, if you know what I'm saying. So there's a few of them, but the majority of the people here appear to be quite leftists and a smattering of other leftists. So it was overall a disappointment. We didn't see that much. People didn't really seem to be into, obviously there's a guy popping a wheelie here, good for him. But other than that, it wasn't a very eventful day.